So, welcome everybody to Homer Appreciation Day. Welcome to the guests who have made it here to the DRAGEN Lab from Europe, the US, from within Canada. And welcome to our guests online. I know that we have some guests also from South America and from Europe. And later today, we will also be joined by friends in Australia. So, I am Altay Coskun, the director of the Waterloo Institute for Hellenistic Studies, and I'm co-organizing this event with Dr. Andrew Faulkner, the chair of classical studies, and with Miss Madelynne Parish, who is the editor of Epic Threads, together with Mary Harper, who is in the meet, in the online meet, because she's currently in Konstanz in Germany. So, I'd also like to mention the support of the DRAGEN Lab with its director, Steve Bednarski, and with Shannon Blackwell, the administrative manager. And I also like to express gratitude to our administrative manager in classical studies, Bridget Schneebeli, who has also done a lot of work in the background. I do want to add my family, especially my wife, Dorothea, and Luisa, my daughter, who are with us through most of the day and will take care of our well-being. In fact, my family has contributed a bit more to this day than just the material side. Also, in the conceptualization of Homer Appreciation Day, they have their roles. I was asked at the dinner table, Dad, what is that Homer Appreciation Day? Is that a thing? And I paused and I said, actually, no, I made it up. It never existed. I was looking for a term that expresses something new. I wanted to bring together scholarship, creative engagement with Homer, and community built around it. And so that was a spontaneous attempt. And here we are. As Jeff said yesterday, I made it happen by just thinking of it and then, winning others to simply join us. And I'm very excited about this opportunity to share the joy of Homer with you today. So two great examples for combining scholarship with creative engagements. We will actually see many through the day, but I want to name Joel Christensen, who is already or will soon be in the meet, who has published several important books on Homer, while at the same time running an important podcast on Homer and the Odyssey. And at the other end of the spectrum, we have Jeff Wright, who is the Homeric Bard of Canada, who is, he will be introduced later before he presents, but you will see that he is the artist who brings his enthusiasm to play out, while at the same time he is doing a lot of research in the background to be able to deliver this. So scholarship and creativity go together. And after having mentioned two very distinguished Homeric podcasters, yes, Jeff is the podcaster of the Trojan podcast and the Odyssey podcast. We have another distinguished podcaster here in our audience. It's Dr. Dan Atrell, also known as the modern hermeticist. So he has his own big audience, and he will be with us through the day and will observe, but will also engage. And please be in touch with him. He has offered to produce a podcast on this very event. Now, why Homer? Why Waterloo? And why now? Three questions. All of them might be somewhat self-evident, that you do not need a special reason to engage with Homer. You can do that anytime, anywhere with good benefit. But yes, there is some Homeric tradition here at Waterloo, especially through Andrew's scholarship on Homeric hymns and narratology. And not going too far from Waterloo, we have Jonathan Burgess as our very distinguished Homeric scholar colleague in Toronto. I only joined the scholarly community on Homer very recently, and I am not really a Homerist. My interest is more epic mythogeography. When I was exploring the ancient Black Sea, I was soaked into ancient epics and Homer and thought I may have something to contribute there too. And then we have a third approach through Maddie's and Mary's work with epic threads. So it is time that for the second issue of our creative journal, we want to focus a bit more on Homer. But that's actually not enough. That's not the ultimate reason why we are sitting here. One of the reasons is actually in the virtual room. It is my friend Rabbi Ben Skolnick, a pulpit rabbi and a scholar, who asked me about 1.5 years ago, why do we not do something to mark the upcoming release of Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, which will be released this July? And I thought, wow, cool idea, but how could we do that? And then to help me understand what could be done, he developed a series, a creative series on Homer, which was the main unheard voice of the past in the last year. Please check it out. It's my preferred one. It's beautiful. Then I developed the idea and the desire to bring us together with someone of the film team to make it a really cool event. I tried hard getting in touch with them while I was communicating with scholars and colleagues all over the world. And all my beloved colleagues loved the idea and everyone wanted to join, while no one of the film team I could get in touch with. And actually there seems to be a wall in between. So we do not have anyone involved of the film team, but we have us now. And I think it was worth doing it, worth trying it this way. So I'm not at all disappointed. I'm stopping here and I pass the floor to Andrew, who will talk a little bit more about Homeric scholarship before Maddie will talk a little bit more about the creative pieces of our Homer Appreciation Day. Thank you.
Thanks, Altay. With a view to time, I'll be quite brief, but I wanted, as chair of the department here at Waterloo, to welcome everyone. And it really is a pleasure to bring people together to talk about Homer. I think that more has been written on Homer than could be read in a lifetime if you sat down and went at it non-stop. But of course, Homer has been re-explored and reimagined for many thousands of years now, and we're doing this again. It's a pleasure to have so many people together in the room who have worked on important trends in Homeric scholarship over the past 30 years, such as neoanalysis, and so much interesting work in reception. And of course, creative work is part of reception, which we'll see later, but we also have some work today on reception in antiquity. It's going to be a pleasure to explore together this breadth of Homeric scholarship. So welcome, and I'll turn things over to Maddie.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I will keep this quick so we can get going. However, I am Madelynne Parish, or Maddie, whatever's easier to remember. First and foremost, again, we are very, very excited to have you all here. It will be a long day. However, it will be hopefully interesting and entertaining, filled with a great mix of both academic pieces and creative performances. The first of which being a performance done by professional storyteller Jeff Wright, then moving on to a workshop hosted by yours truly, and then finally an interactive session with Dr. Bridget Martin. Now, questions like, why am I here? So I am co-editor-in-chief of the Creative Historical Writing Journal named Epic Threads. I started it alongside Professor Coskun, as well as Mary Harper, who, again, she's in Germany, she's in Germany right now, so that's very exciting. It died. It is true. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm like panicking a little bit, but it's okay. Anyways, yeah, so it's a creative historical writing journal where we kind of take as much historical evidence as we can and turn it into works of historical fiction. So it's historical fiction, yes, but very deeply rooted in hopefully some really solid sources. So yeah. At the end of the night, we will be announcing winners to the first 3 sections of a contest that we hosted for this second edition of the journal. The prizes actually totaled $1,000, which was supported by the Shalom Trust, as well as the University of Waterloo Department of Classical Studies, which we're very grateful for. The 4 categories, again, each being worth $250, with the 4 winners being chosen, or the 4 winners hopefully, or the 3 winners being announced today, and the 4th winner hopefully being one of you here with us today. And that'll all be kind of wrapped in with my session later today. I'll have you guys creating something hopefully interesting, and then what is created we will be taking home with us, I think, over a day, and then coming back to you guys with the winner of that. Anyways, I think that is all that I need to say right now. But I think we're good to go.
We are good to go. Thank you very much, Maddie, for everything you've been doing.